Hey everybody, Alex Littlehales here with DMVSTREAM.COM, and I'm joined by head coach of the Madison Warhawks, Kevin Roller, whose team just came off the 6A North Regional Championship. Coach, what was going through your mind when you were on that ladder cutting down that net, and how did it feel to watch the players you've been coaching all year long cut down that net as well?
It's watching a group of kids who played for me for 1, 2, or some of them 3 years of long time effort and commitment to each other, reaching the goals that they set at the beginning of the year, particularly the 5 seniors. What sets this team apart from most any other I've coached is just the level of commitment and leadership from the group of seniors.
And we'll be taking a quick break, but when we come back, it's Kevin Roller, head coach of the Madison Warhawks, along with star point guard Johnny Corish.
Are you top 40? Are you one of the top 40 underclass basketball players in Northern Virginia, Fairfax, Prince William, Loudoun, Arlington, and Alexandria? Are you top 40? In conjunction with Evolution Basketball, we'll be selecting the top 40 boys and top 40 girls underclass basketball players for an invite-only exclusive training camp during this year's DMVSTREAM.COM Nova Challenge on April 10th at Marshall High School. With over 160 college basketball players developed, Evolution Basketball has the experience and knowledge to help players succeed at the high school level and move on to the college ranks. Now, trainers from Evolution will be working with this elite group of basketball players and providing hands-on coaching in a 3-hour training session that will be attended by college coaches, recruiting services, scouting services, and broadcast by DMVSTREAM.COM. Here's Evolution Basketball's Alex Harris.
I think that's such a huge benefit for the kids, because one of the big reasons why this camp is so successful is to bring players in to see what the other players are in the area who are really the high-level kids that they're going to be competing with. And the idea of having the camp before the All-Star game, what it does is it creates that excitement. You know, a kid that gets to play in the camp this year is probably going to get the opportunity to compete in the All-Star game next year.
Now, in order to be considered for the top 40, you must fill out the form right below this video. The DMVSTREAM.COM Nova Challenge Board of Directors will then be selecting this elite group and releasing the true top 40 during a live selection show at DMVSTREAM.COM in late March. So, ask yourself, are you top 40?
Welcome back to DMVSTREAM.COM. I'm joined by Madison Warhawks head coach Kevin Roller, as well as Johnny Corish, coming off the 6A North Regional Championship. Coach, you won a district championship in 2012. How is this different from a team perspective? How is this different than your previous championship a couple years ago?
I tell you, there's more similarities than there are differences. Both teams were senior-driven, led by all district point guards, and groups that played really hard. That other team, my team at McLean, might have shot it a bit better, but this team, particularly in the past 2 to 3 weeks, has been as good defensively as any team I've ever coached.
Now, when you guys finally cut down the nets for the championship, what did you tell your team in the locker room? Did you say anything to them, or did you kind of let the moment speak for itself?
I think I said sort of the same thing after we won the district championship. I think I walked in and said, wow, just the return, just the spectacular effort and the commitment. We didn't get into the we actually didn't get into the locker room for a while. We were out with family and friends on the gym floor for probably close to a half an hour. So once we got back into the locker room, it was sort of congratulations, let's bring it in as a group, and let's get ready to move forward.
Now, your journey for the season isn't quite done yet. The state tournament is coming up in just a couple days, and you play Hilton. What kind of threats does that team pose for your team?
Hilton pretty much dominated their conference in Prince William County. They're big, they're physical, but we've seen that both Battlefield and West Potomac and Woodson. So we're gonna approach the game very much the same way we have all of our region tournament games, which is finding a defense that creates matchup problems for them, and then trying to control the game with our offense. I mean, the last 2 weeks we've shot almost 50% from the floor. So it's those two combinations. While the game will play out a little bit differently, our approach really isn't going to change.
Now I'm going to throw it over to Johnny for a little bit. Johnny Corish finished the game for Madison with 19 points. Johnny, you've kind of had a long path towards this point in your life. A transfer from Marshall. You were the third guard in the rotation at Madison last year. Just how does it feel knowing that after all these years, as a senior now, watching this team that you've been with for so long finally cut down that net for the championship?
I mean, it felt great. Obviously, I had a little scenario change, little scenery change in between freshman and sophomore years. But I mean, these are people I've been growing up with my whole life, and I knew all of them pretty well. And the sophomore season and junior season only solidified that. And we really made it our goal to make it here. And reaching that goal finally felt really good.
So what was school like the following Monday? You guys won the championship on Saturday. Did the school honor you over the loudspeaker or something? What was going on? What was the scene like?
I mean, it was really cool. I know personally, all sorts of teachers congratulate me. All the staff's really warm and welcoming. Obviously, a lot of the students remember it because they were there, and they've just been nothing but great. And I know there was an announcement over the news in the morning from Hawk Talk, and it was great. It was really honored us nice. They had a couple clips from the game and a couple pictures of all the team together at the end, cutting down the net, taking pictures with our banner, and it was awesome.
Now, the journey for your team still isn't done. You have states coming up. How do you stay focused on the state tournament, considering you guys won the 6A North region in such an emotional victory?
I think it's been our goal all year. Obviously, you go game by game, tournament by tournament, but ultimately the state championship and winning a ring has really been our year-long goal. And now that you can almost see the finish line, we just no motivation needed. It's been there all year, and it's definitely thriving now.
As a senior, this is kind of your last run with the Warhawks. Do you think it's hit you yet? And if it hasn't, when do you think it will?
I don't think it's really hit me yet quite. We've just been really playing game by game, just enjoying it. I know this is the first game really where the season's been on the line, other than a game in conference and 2 games in region. So we've really just been playing game by game, knowing that we have the next tournament. But now that knowing the season's on the line, it's really just 100% effort every time I see the court, knowing that it could be my last.
So again, that was Kevin Roller, head coach of the Madison Warhawks, along with Johnny Corish, the point guard for the Warhawks, just ahead of the state tournament. Guys, congratulations on the 6A North Regional Championship, and thanks for joining DMVSTREAM.com today.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.